also the direction of the cabin, but Jack's dad said, "You just missed the town. It's close by." We didn't think anything of it until Jack's dad stopped the caravan next to the cabin. "Going here?" asked DJ. "This is our holiday home," said Jack's dad. "We'll stay here for the night and continue tomorrow." "Follow us," said Jack. We got out and followed them back into the cabin. Until this day, I don't know why we just followed them without asking any questions. But we were tired, hungry, and weren't clearly. As we walked back into the cabin, it wasn't as dirty as it was before. The photos were taken off the walls, and in the kitchen was full of food. The house seemed normal. Even if it was in the middle of nowhere, it seemed like any old family home. Jack's mom made us a delicious dinner. After dinner, we could take a shower. She made beds for us on the living room floor. I was too tired to talk to Jack and fell asleep. At 3 a.m., someone shook my shoulder. Mindy, we gotta get out of here." I opened my eyes. It was still very dark. I couldn't quite see who it was. "Huh?" I mumbled in confusion. "Mindy, let's go." My brothers started waking up. One of them screamed, "Tom, is that you?" It was. It was Tom. He was safe. The living room lights went on, and Jack's dad was standing in the door. "How the hell did you get out, little boy?" Tom looked really frail and frightened. He screamed, "Run, everybody, run!" Jack's parents were kidnappers. EJ pushed Jack's dad. He fell to the floor. Jack and his mom appeared in the doorway. "You aren't going anywhere," they yelled. But we weren't going to back down. Myself and my 5 brothers fought them off and made a run for it. We got into their brown caravan. Luckily, the key was still in the ignition, and drove off as fast as we could. We kept looking behind us, wondering if Jack and his parents would catch up with us. We didn't know if they had another car stored somewhere nearby. Eventually, we spotted our caravan down the road. Luckily, there was an extra can of fuel in the brown caravan, so we used it to start the engine of our caravan. We decided to drive in both vehicles. We drove in silence for hours, and finally arrived in a small village. We got a map from a local store, filled up all our fuel tanks, and got loads of food. Me and my 5 brothers drove for days on end to get as far away as possible from Jack and his family. We ended up next to the beach in a small fisher's village. There were permanent caravan spots where we parked our caravan. We have been living on that spot for 5 years now. Tom never spoke about the few days he went missing. He buried the details deep within himself. As I buried the memory of Jack, I once spotted him and his parents' faces on a police notice board with the heading, "Kidnappers Wanted." But I didn't bother looking into it any further. I wanted to forget about it.
It all started out like a typical Thursday at my high school. Everyone was getting excited for the weekend and the upcoming backwards dance. The backwards dance was something that my school does every year. The girls ask the boys to the dance instead of the boys asking the girls. There was usually some big proposals when girls would get down on one knee and ask their boyfriend to the dance with them. One time, a girl even painted her entire body and ran through the school naked, asking her boyfriend if he would go to the dance with her. Things can get crazy, but I'd never really thought about going to the dance. I'd never been to a dance before, at least not with a boy. My best friend forever, Alicia, knew how much I liked Blake, the cutest boy on the basketball team. However, she also knew talking to Blake makes me stutter, slur my words, and basically make myself look like a fool. I've had a crush on Blake since 3rd grade, and although we have been friends for some time, we've never been close enough to where I could be my real self around him. Apparently, Alicia didn't care about how crazy I felt in front of Blake, because on this Thursday morning, as soon as she saw Blake strolling into the boys' bathroom next to her locker, she quickly grabbed me by both my shoulders and shoved me into the bathroom.